Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear student, I am Muzammil Yaqub, lecturer Department of Technology and your instructor for this course, which is Materials and Methods of Construction. So dear students, in our this video lecture we are going to discuss about blocks, about its definition, and in the second part we will discuss about manufacture process, how blocks are manufactured, and in the last part we will discuss some important and key characteristics of good blocks. So this is the outline of in our today's video lecture. So let's get started. So first, in general terms, the definition of blocks is known as a concrete masonry unit. In short words, you can say CMU is a standard size rectangular block used in building construction. And if we discuss in depth, so some of the most versatile building products available in now modern construction era, because of wide variety of appearance, which means it is available in different varieties, and that can be achieved by using them. And over here in this picture you can see how block looks like, its cleavage and its appearance. So now come towards manufacture of blocks, how blocks are manufactured. So basically the blocks are manufactured in almost similar way, just like bricks, but because of different materials, over here we use concrete instead of clay. So you know that concrete is a combination or mixture of powder, Portland cement, water, sand and gravels, right? And we use this concrete to make different sizes of blocks according to our requirements, right? And if we talk about the basic process, so the basic process of block manufacturing is divided into four categories. So the first category is known as mixing, right? As name suggests, in this process we mix different raw materials. The second stage comes molding. We tend to use different sizes of molds. And in third stage the curing process is done. As you know, curing is very important, because with the help of proper curing we can achieve 100% strength. And in the last part is called cubing, right? Cubing means preparing for construction. So let's discuss them one by one. The first one, which I discussed earlier, in other words you can also say that raw materials. In this phase we mix different raw materials like cement, sand, aggregates with the help of ratios, right? Remember that ratio put an important impact on the strength of block or concrete, because for example if we discuss the ratio, so 1 means cement, right? And 3 means sand, and 6 mean aggregates, right? So if we, in other words, if we can say if we increase the ratio of sand and aggregates, so it will give us a low strength. And if we drop the ratio of of sand and aggregates as compared to cement, so it will give us high strength, because the more we use cement, the more he will give us a strength. And if we talk about the aggregate size, the so it is also important, and commonly 10 aggregate is used in block manufacturing, right? So this process is all about mixing these raw materials according to the required ratio. We can also change this ratio according to our uses, right? So if we need high strength, so we will use a different ratio for that, and if we required low strength, so we will also use a different strength or different ratio as well. So in second part, this is all about mixing of ingredients, means raw material which we prepared according to the required ratios in previous step. So now it's ready to make a mixture. So normally we have two ways, by hand mixing and using mechanical mixture. Although I'll recommend mechanical mixture because it give us better mixture, and which led us to better quality. And another one, which said, hand mixing. So the drawback of hand mixing is that it takes time, and on a larger scale it is very difficult. You will face a lot of problems there. So in this process, over here in this picture you can see a mechanical mixture in which all the raw materials are mixing or making a concrete blend. And another aspect is that we use water, right? So keep in mind the quantity of water, which should be according to the standards which is provided by ACI, American Concrete Institute. Because if you added or if the water limit exceeded then the standards, it will put a negative impact on the concrete and on its strength as well. Next part is molding, right? So here in this picture you can see a mold. So normally we have two types of molds. One is called plywood mold, which is made of ply, and another one is called steel mold. So in this picture you are seeing the steel molds, right? And it can be changed according to the requirement. It varies size to size and region to region. In Pakistan normally we use 8-inch by means 12-inch blocks normally. It also depends on the requirement of your construction work as well. And the last stage in the manufacturing of block is known as curing, right? So curing is very important. If we do not properly cure our blocks, so it will almost decrease its strength by 20 to 30%. And according to experiments, curing of 7 days is minimum required, and maximum 28 days are required to achieve its 100% strength, right? And in other words, you can say longer the curing period, better will be the block. Now come towards our last part of this lecture, which is characteristics of good blocks. So there are some key characteristics. So the first one is about structural properties. Structural properties means its compressive strength, right? So typically a normal block give us 2000 psi compressive strength, means 2000 pound per inch square, right? And if you want to compare the compressive strength of block versus brick, so brick normally give us 1600 psi, as we discussed in our last lecture as well. So now let's come towards characteristics of good blocks number 2. So it is about water resistance, right? So if we compare water resistance of block and bricks, so block gave us better water resistance because of its concrete properties, right? So concrete is more like a waterproof, it's acting like a waterproof against the moisture, or you can see porosity or permeability, because generally concrete block absorbs water, right? And it hardly to pass the water from the concrete block, right? And if we use a rich mixture, right? Rich mixture means more quantity of cement, right, in the ratio, so it will give us less permeable block. Permeable means the moisture will not pass from the block, right? So I'll recommend block in that situations where you can face moisture problems, or if you are constructing and underground structures, so the block will be recommended as compared to bricks. The third its key feature is fire resistance. So block give us more fire resistance as compared to brick, because bricks already absorbed a lot of heat during kiln process. So the further heating will change its state to carbon, right? But over here blocks generally give us better fire resistance because of its concrete properties. And the test we use to measure the uh, its fire resistance is known as standard method for determining fire resistance of a concrete and masonry construction assemblies, right? So this test is used to check the fire resistance of block. So inshallah in our test lecture we will discuss about this test in detail. So this was all about in our today's video lecture. Hope you guys standard or understand each and everything. So see you in next video lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.